Listen, there will be no fun allowed moving forward in regards to Dragon Age the Veilguard, okay? You laugh at this crap, you will get banned. They were pulling this stuff earlier in its release cycle in regards to Reddit, and now it's moving over to Facebook groups where you got a bunch of boomers just laughing at this stuff going, what do you got? You got this non-binary alien? You got this goofy green skinned dude using pronouns? Like, what are we doing out here? You're apparently not allowed to do that on Facebook. Okay. Admins for the Dragon Age the Veilguard Facebook group have outlawed the laugh reaction and are actively banning members to use or who use it. Oh my god, the entire gaming world is laughing at Dragon Age the Veilguard. Yeah, that is fallen. Oh boy, is it fallen off hard. From the game's cringe-inducing writing to cartoonish visuals to the horrific sales numbers and cratering concurrent player count, the game has been the butt of many jokes. However, laughter at Dragon Age the Veilguard Facebook group will get you booted and banned. Please remember that using laugh reactions or posts or comments that are not intended to be funny will lead to the removal from this group as we aim to maintain a positive atmosphere. Oh, good old toxic positivity as perpetuated by administrator Ezra. Of course, Ren said that the group's 12,000 members, if your intention is to troll, promote negativity, or use reaction emojis as a weapon, this is how fragile these freaks are, okay? Emojis are weapons, guys. Come on now. We cannot guarantee that you will be allowed to stay. Feel free to laugh react this too, so I can weed some of you out. Yeah, exactly, because how are you supposed to react to somebody, okay? Having a sit-down conversation in your dark fantasy RPG saying, okay, I'm non-binary now. What are you supposed to do with that? Aside of roll your eyes and regret the money that you spent on this shit. The post then quickly amassed thousands of laugh reactions. That's even listed in the group's official rules. Yes, in the rule, the mod goes as far as to call people laugh reacting bigots. Is that what we're doing? Laugh reacts banned. Laugh reacts will get you banned. Not going to tolerate anyone who's laughing or laugh to a personal post of someone when it's not meant to be funny and you're only reacting because you're making fun of them or being a bigot. Sounds like quite the inclusive and fun place. Higher ups at EA certainly weren't laughing in the wake of the game's release. The troubled title shipped 1 million copies to retail locations, but quickly garnered a massive return ratio. Oh, so that's the 1 million copy mark that I seen batted around a couple of different times. That was just that was shipped copies. Okay, so yeah, they were shipped to the different stores and sat on the shelves as everybody looked at that and went, ooh, geez, kind of like a broken needle on the floor. It's like nobody goes in and willingly wants to buy a case of AIDS. The game's trade-in value, yes, plummeted to just $22 after 12 days. As of writing, there is less than 16,000 concurrent players on Steam as the game failed to reach 90K players following its release with an all-time high player count of 89,418. And here's the thing. This is one of these great gaming bombs of the year that we can go ahead and make apples to apples comparisons with, because when it comes to the Steam numbers, that's the big dog that's out there. Okay, there might be a tertiary amount that are playing on Sony or on the PlayStation, checking in over at Microsoft. There might be a handful of people playing in on consoles, but if people want they want that Veilguard experience, they're going to be checking it out on Steam. And the fact that, you couldn't get into the 6-digit club, brother, for a game that you guys spent 8-9 years developing, hundreds of millions of dollars from a once great studio like BioWare, and you have failed this spectacularly, you get what you deserve. But there are other bombs that are out there, okay? That we're never going to know the full extent of their failure until layoffs start in regards to Machine Games, Bethesda, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle that just went live, at least for early access members over this weekend. We'll see how that ultimately ends up panning out. They can hide their failure behind Game Pass, of course. So sales numbers are going to be a little bit more iffy to suss out, and player counts, they're going to be a little bit swayed. You're just simply going to have to go and figure out if this is a good game or not. I'd imagine it's probably not going to be, at best, it's probably going to be boring and banal, and at worst, could be just another shot to the jaw of the legacy of Indiana Jones. But there's another game that's going to be following that exact same trajectory, but we know a lot more about it, especially from the people that are developing it and how much they hate their audience. And that is Avowed, which makes for a good handoff here, because apparently Xbox is paying attention to the people that weren't necessarily all of that kind to Dragon Age the Veilguard, and they are deciding to blacklist them for potential reviews for Avowed. Very interesting. Xbox Blacklists, rather. Reviews, well, I guess it's their type of backlash, but reviewers for harsh Dragon Age the Veilguard review and demands positive comments for Avowed. Ooh, really? You're dictating what the reviews need to say? Ooh, that's very interesting. That's almost as sketchy as placing a day of embargo when it comes to reviews. We'll see if this is a strategy Microsoft moves with going forward. Xbox and Obsidian Entertainment have reportedly denied a review code to a reviewer for Avowed because of her harsh criticism of a Dragon Age the Veilguard. Spanish language reviewer Natalia Ciranova reported that Obsidian Entertainment and its parent company Xbox denied her a review code due to her harsh criticism of Dragon Age the Veilguard. She wrote on X, "I was denied a review code for Avowed since my critique of Dragon Age the Veilguard was too harsh. Furthermore, she revealed she was blocked by the staff over at Xbox," which, yeah, especially if they have anything to do with Avowed, we know that they are quite liberal with their use of the block feature. She concluded, "Something smells fishy and rotten." Well, close your legs. The game will be a disaster. That's not fair. I don't know who she is. Sure, she's a wonderful game reviewer. Just stinks of trout. Mark my words, only saved by Game Pass. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why simultaneously in 2024, you could see the catastrophic failure of Concord for Sony, but then the overall W that they had with Stellar Blade. Because, well, not as inexorably tied in with Firewalk Studios as Sony was when it comes to Concord. They had a second-party development deal with Shift Up, and they ended up, banking on the game's success from then. And we could see and look at the charts and see where that one was going. It'll be interesting to see when Stellar Blade gets its PC release. I think it's at the end of January. I think the 31st is when that one drops. Hopefully it's around the same time that we get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth over on PC, but a boy can dream and hope that an announcement comes for Jeff Keighley's stupid little game circle jerk in mid-December, but I think that's actually coming up on Thursday. It's going to be interesting to see. I want that so bad. I want it so bad. Anyways, as can be seen above, she shared screenshots of the interaction with a representative of Xbox. X-user Gigabear shared a translation done by X's Grok AI and confirmed to be accurate translation by Ciranova. Yeah, okay, because, I can read some of that stuff. Well, actually, the Spanish that I know is Mexican as opposed to traditional Spanish, so might be a little bit off, but I think we can, I don't think we need too much help with the translation of the SpongeBob gifts that are there. I think we kind of know the message that is being translated there. It reads, "You were too offensive with the criticism of Dragon Age. In no way can we give you review codes. And I tell you outright, if you want to give us your codes, you'll have to earn them by speaking well of the game. For now, you're blacklisted. Have an excellent day." Interesting. Sketchy if true, and yet another sign of bad things to come for Avowed. Ciranova responded, "So I have to be a submissive and lick boots. Say everything is fine while the games are propaganda trash. I'll say it loud and clear. But when it's about paying the bribes, I'm very punctual, right?" That's got to be a translation issue right there, because that doesn't make a lot of grammatical sense. She added, "If you don't want to give a code for Avowed to review for something, it will be gay as noted by the SpongeBob clip." Okay. Xbox representative responded, "Childish attitude," where it's like, yeah, you don't want to give access to reviewers because, they're fair with their takes, but I guess if you didn't want to give them a code, that's totally up to you. But it's just justifying it with this. Oh boy, that's not a winner right there. But yeah, there's the translation right there from Gigabear, and Natalia backs it up. Yep, that's true. Ciranova roasted Dragon Age of Veilguard at the end of October after she alleged to have gotten a review code. Yeah, I thought this was this chick. The game by lying to BioWare and informing them that she was non-binary. Which, yeah, if they wanted to pull that card, it's like, hey, you took advantage. Hey, you did the thing where you lied to get a review code. If they wanted to pull that card, that would be stronger footing to stand on. But then again, how could you go ahead and misgender or assume somebody's gender identity? How dare you? She could have changed to being straight and reasonably attractive. You don't know, bigot. Translated by Google, she wrote on X, "Guess who got a review code for Dragon Age the Veilguard? BioWare just sold a soul to the devil. I just had to say that I was a non-binary woman and they gave it to me. Get ready for a mega review coming. A mega review soon or tomorrow." Interesting. As for her review, and maybe this is why Obsidian, Xbox, Microsoft aren't exactly that keen on giving her a review code, because, yeah, she wrote terrible graphics, can confirm, boring and monotonous combat, very much so. They want to copy God of War, but in a bad way. Yeah, especially for some of the melee combat, because I've seen some range stuff, and then I've seen some up-close stuff, and yeah, outside of just the obvious comparisons to mobile game slop, I think God of War, the third-person action, hack-and-slash knockoff, that's what they're going for. God of War obviously does it better. because there's actually some diversity to the tactics. But you would think of something that is in Dragon Age coming from a long line of games that have, you know, RPG elements and had depth to it. Your minds would explode to see what Teruyuki Endo ended up doing with Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. Anyways, she continued. The game does not run at a constant 30 FPS. It drops and the screen freezes when there are many NPCs, and many of the dialogues are noticeably made with AI. Oof. I just thought that the scripting was incredibly bad, so I don't know, it's like you would think that the AI would have a lot fewer contrivances and plot holes, but maybe a little bit less repetition in the dialogue, but I didn't see anybody play it on Xbox, so I can't confirm if, it was dropping below 30 FPS. But there were certain PC gamers that I was watching, and that shit was chugging. Very linear, and the options lead nowhere. Yep, false free will. The creator of characters focused on trans and LGBT community, inclusive language, and Spanish subtitles. And in English ones as well. Characters move very robotic. They lack animations. Yep, especially with that jump animation, bro. Holy. The script doesn't make sense. Neither do the quests. From one place to another, killing bugs. Too much focus on homosexuality, lesbians, drags, race swaps everywhere. Piece of garbage as an RPG. Stay away from this game. Don't even buy it on sale. It's a pile of putrefaction created by people who have no effing idea about video games. Uninstalled already. F your mother. You know, she's trying to come around on this chick, okay? You know, hey, if she does more reviews like that, okay, to brush up on my Spanish, because that was kind of funny as hell. But here's the thing, okay? As opposed to those fluff reviewers that are on social media, like, she's actually getting into the mechanics and telling you, it's like, yeah, this is trash, the animations are garbage. She's getting into the nitty gritty as opposed to, it's got a good vibe, and I like the characters because they're, like, nice and stuff, and it reflects the world that I'm in right now, and because I'm also in the LA bubble as the same freaks that do all of this stuff, even though BioWare is up here in, I guess, central Alberta. Their mindset is very much, coastal California trash. But that's normally the depths of those 2 or 3 minute reviews that you get out there from all of the Access Media shills and never really have a bad thing to say about something until it bombs spectacularly, and then they can just go ahead and dip a toe in the critique pool and go, actually, it wasn't really that great, okay? Be like IGN and walk back your 9 out of 10 score a little bit later and go, well, it's not that good. There's a few mechanics that don't really, measure off. I think they could have done better, but we still stand by our 7 out of 10. Yeah, we'll just do the meme. It's definitely a 7 out of 10. But all things considered, the more that we see about Avowed, okay, and the more that we see the tactics on display, we see, while there might not be a future for Dragon Age the Veilguard, it can go ahead and live a vicarious life through Avowed coming out in February of 2025. One of the first big bombs that I personally have marked on the calendar for the year that is going to be so much fun to cover. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.